Hello, divas.
Hello, divas. I'm over here thinking about how excited we are about sharing information with you, and I almost forgot to start talking. So thank you, honey, for starting us off. This video is about how to say no. Whoa.
No.
No. Now, we've heard all our lives that no, well, most of us have heard all of our lives that no is a complete sentence. But we women often like to let people down easy. We don't want to disappoint people. We don't know how to say no thank you. We don't know how to cut off the conversation if it's not a match. Like there's a lot of unfamiliarity there. So I'm here to encourage you the beauty of saying no thank you.
Yes.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, and when you said that, what popped into my mind was, well, how many of us were ever taught that by our parents when it comes to dating? And I can say 99.9999% of us were taught practically nothing about dating from our parents, from our elders,
Right.
let alone how to say no.
Right, and when we think about it, somebody just told me some crazy statistic about how many thousands of the word no you heard before you were the age of 2 or 3. I don't know. You can look it up if you want, but the point is we never look at no thank you as a positive approach. And I'm here to tell you it is a beautiful approach.
Yes.
So here's my number one. You're dating, you're in your, you're over 40, you're looking for a forever partner. And you go out dating, whether it's on an app or in person, maybe single dances, maybe social events for singles. There's a zillion different ways to meet single people who are also looking for a life partner.
Yes.
Now, you find yourself in a situation, maybe at a dance, somebody approaches you, and I'm speaking from experience here, where,
How you doing?
and I literally, and you can read how I actually did this, the link to my book is below. I literally went out to social events and single dances to meet other single people looking for a forever partner and practiced this, what I'm going to share with you right now. A man would approach me and I would say hello. And
Hello.
Hello. And he would start talking and you can tell,
That's what she's hearing.
Yeah. You really don't need a lot of time to know if there's another step, right? You don't really need, like, I've gone even to dating. What do you call those things? Dating,
Speed dating.
Speed dating.
Yeah.
Speed
Well, if the
dating
guy
events.
comes up and goes, "Hi, Donna, I think you're really special."
No, it doesn't
really
even have
nice
to be
meeting
that.
you.
It doesn't even have to be that dramatic, right? Speed dating events are so much fun. If you've never done one, I really encourage you to go. I've met some great girlfriends and supporters through that process.
Well, I've never been to one.
Oh my gosh, I'll let you go to one. I'll leave you there. We'll let them go. But here's the cool thing. And people say, well, how can you tell in 5 minutes? I go, honey, let me tell you something. 5 minutes is 4 minutes too long if you're sitting with somebody you're not going to have another meeting with.
Yeah.
And 1 minute is too short for somebody you want to spend more time with, or 5 minutes is too short, right? So here's my point. You don't need that long. You'll know immediately whether or not you want to see them again. Not that you want to marry them, but that you would love to see them again.
We'll get to know them a little better.
Get to know them a little better. So let's say we're at a single dance or a social event where you're in person and somebody starts to talk to you. And you know within 30 seconds that you're not interested. You're not on the same page. You're not, whatever the vibe is, you're not feeling it. You just simply wait for a break in conversation and then put your hand up to shake theirs. And when they take your hand, you say, you know what, thank you so much for stopping by or saying hello. I'm going to walk around now. This is a beautiful way to allow both of you, him and you, to continue on your journey of meeting people you don't know. How painless is that?
Well, it's painless. And one of the things Donna has preached ever since I've known her to all these women, there are a ton of great guys out there.
Yes.
And you're going to meet a lot of great guys. They just might not be a great guy for you.
Correct.
So just because he's not when what you're doing, when you know that there's okay, this is not for me, what you're doing is now you're freeing you up to go maybe meet somebody that is better suited for you, and you're also freeing him up to do the same thing.
Right.
So it's fair for both parties.
It's so humane, and but listen, it wasn't easy for me in the beginning. Get my book and read about it. I literally went numerous times to these outings.
Well, the first time she went, she started hyperventilating so bad she literally ran out. She couldn't stay.
Yes, so I could practice saying no, thank you. Hey, it's been wonderful. There are many techniques. Be nice. Be nice. It takes a lot of courage for a man to come approach a woman in a lot of cases.
Yes.
Listen, they're just as insecure as us. They're trying to figure it out too.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff, when he saw my picture on the dating app, thought, oh my gosh, she's so out of my league.
I did. I thought, wow, dude, she's so out of your league. But what do you got to lose? The worst she can do is say no.
Say no or ignore him.
Yeah.
And by the way, that is perfectly acceptable in modern dating when you're dating through a dating app.
Yeah.
If you just don't respond, it's end of sentence.
Yeah.
And I had plenty of those for guys who just simply said, hey, what are you doing? How are you? I didn't want small talk. I was not looking for that. And this Mr. Wonderful over here wrote me a thesis, okay? So practice. This is something you can implement right now. Practice. You see somebody in the grocery store, strike up a conversation after a minute or two of talking about, the milk or, red dye number 3 now is coming out of our food. Put your hand up and thank them and say it was lovely meeting you and walk away. You will find this easier and easier to do, and it's such a beneficial tool.
We were with one of Donna's clients, and something came up, and we said, well, let's go to Home Depot because it's just around the corner. And we went into Home Depot, and we walked in, and the first thing Donna said was, check that guy out over there, to which her client said, he's really cute. Go over and talk to him. So she goes over and talks to him and asks him where whatever it was that we were looking for.
Yeah, it wasn't about dating. It was like, hey, can you help me find the screws in the aisle?
So she comes back and she goes, I really like that. And Donna said, it's not about you liking it. It's about if he's going to respond and he likes it.
Right.
That doesn't do you any good if you like it and he doesn't.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a great point. So when I say talk to them about life, about things. It doesn't. But remember, the sign above your head. I'm a big advocate of the smile, and then the sign above your head that is typically telling a story. Usually it says stay away, but we're trying to get you to change that sign that says, hey, can you help me find something? In fact, one of the stories in my book also was I used to put a camera around my neck and go into New York City because I lived there. I lived in Brooklyn, and I would literally play like I was a tourist just so I could practice walking up to a guy and saying, hey, can you take a picture of me in front of this building? I wanted to get comfortable. Divas, this is paramount in your dating world. This will help you build your confidence.
Yeah.
You can implement this immediately. And
Immediately.
you will walk away feeling, wow, it's not that hard. It just feels like it's hard because we don't do it enough.
Well, it's like anything else. The more you do something, the more comfortable you become. The first time you ever sat down in front of a computer for people that are our age, it was uncomfortable. These kids now, I mean, they're less than a year old and they're in front of a computer. As they get older, it's no big deal to them.
Bottom line.
But
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you were going to say but. Go.
I was going to say, no, go.
It's lost. Okay, so, but the bottom line is, here's what we're trying to show you. It doesn't have to be that hard.